dear boy, I must see you. Let me in at once. I can't bear you shutting yourself up like this. I am so sorry for it all, Dorian, but you must not think too much about it.
Do you mean about Sybil Vane?
Yes, of course. It is dreadful from one point of view, but it was not your fault. Tell me, did you go behind and see her after the play was over?
Yes.
I felt sure you had. Did you make a scene with her?
It was brutal, Harry. Perfectly brutal. But it is all right now. I am not sorry for anything that has happened. It has taught me to know myself better.
Ah, Dorian, I am so glad you take it in that way. I was afraid I would find you plunged in remorse and tearing that nice curly hair of yours.
I have got through all that. I am perfectly happy now. I know what conscience is. To begin with, it is not what you told me it was. It is the divinest thing in us. Don't sneer at it, Harry, anymore. At least not before me. I want to be good. I can't bear the idea of my soul being hideous.
A very charming artistic basis for ethics, Dorian. I congratulate you on it. But how are you going to begin?
By marrying Sybil Vane.
Marrying Sybil Vane? But my dear Dorian.
Yes, Harry, I know what you're going to say. Something dreadful about marriage. Don't say it. Don't ever say things like that to me again. 2 days ago I asked Sybil to marry me. I am not going to break my word to her. She's going to be my wife.
Your wife? Dorian, didn't you get my letter? I wrote to you this morning and sent the note down by my own man.
Your letter? Oh, yes, I remember. I have not read it yet, Harry. I was afraid there might be something in it that I wouldn't like. You cut life into pieces with your epigrams.
You know nothing, then?
What do you mean?
Dorian, my letter, don't be frightened, was to tell you that Sybil Vane is dead.
What? Dead? Sybil dead? It is not true. It is a horrible lie. How dare you say it?
It is quite true, Dorian. It is in all the morning papers. I wrote down to you to ask you not to see anyone till I came. There will have to be an inquest, of course, and you must not get mixed up in it. Things like that make a man fashionable in Paris, but in London, people are so prejudiced. Here, one should never make one's debut with a scandal. One should reserve that to give an interest to one's old age. I suppose they don't know your name at the theater. If they don't, it is all right. Did anyone see you going round to her room? That is an important point.
Harry, did you say inquest? What do you mean by that? Did Sybil? Oh. Harry, I can't bear it. But be quick. Tell me everything. At once.
I have no doubt it was not an accident, Dorian, though it must be put that way to the public. It seems that she was leaving the theater with her mother, about 12:30 or so. She said she had forgotten something upstairs. They waited some time for her, but she did not come down again. They ultimately found her lying dead on the floor of her dressing room. She had swallowed something by mistake, some dreadful thing they use in theaters. I don't know what it was, but it had either prussic acid or white lead in it. I should fancy it was prussic acid, as she seems to have died instantaneously.
Harry, it's terrible.
Yes, it is very tragic, of course, but you must not get yourself mixed up in it. I see by the standard that she was 17. I should have thought she was almost younger than that. She looked such a child. And seemed to know so little about acting. Dorian, you mustn't let this thing get on your nerves. You must come and dine with me. Afterwards we shall look in the opera. It is a Patty night, and everyone will be there. You can come to my sister's box. She has got some smart woman with her.
So I have murdered Sybil Vane. Murdered her, as surely as if I had cut her throat with a knife. Yet the roses are not less lovely for that. The birds sing just as happily in my garden. And tonight I am to dine with you, and then go on to the opera, and sup somewhere. I suppose afterwards, how extraordinarily dramatic life is. If I had read all this in a book, Harry, I think I would have wept over it. Somehow, now that it has happened actually, and to me it seems far too wonderful for tears. Here's the first passionate love letter I have ever written in my life. Strange that the first passionate love letter should have been addressed to a dead girl. Can they feel, I wonder? Those white silent people we call the dead. Sybil, can she feel, or know, or listen? Oh, Harry, how I loved her once. It seemed years ago to me now. She was everything to me. Then came that dreadful night. Was it really only last night? When she played so badly and my heart almost broke, she explained it all to me. It was terribly pathetic. But I was not moved a bit. I thought her shallow. Suddenly, something happened that made me afraid. I can't tell you what it was, but it was terrible. I said I would go back to her. I felt I had done wrong. And now she's dead. My God, Harry, what am I to do? You don't know the danger I'm in, and if there's nothing to keep me straight, she would have done that for me. She had no right to kill herself. She is selfish.